Hello, hello, hello. Wow. All right, all right. Hello, 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 people. Hmm. I really love fruit. Hmm. Hello.
I love fruit too.
Mm. So, I'm just having an across the board little conversation. And yes, I went and looked up that AI center. Man, they really want to start the end of the world, don't they?
It's a monster, ain't it?
Mm. Oh, wow. Hmm. So, I did not realize that Texas has multiple AI centers. I did not realize that this other AI center stole millions of gallons of water. First of all, someone help me out here. So all of these AI data centers being built, are they just handing them the keys to the castle?
It because there is really nothing being said. We're, playing the what is it today? Another day that ends in Y kind of. So we don't really know.
So this one AI center they opened up. The people in the community said no, they did not want an AI center. However, the people that they elected into office just said, fuck it, we want it. I don't know if they're being paid through the back door or what, but for this to just, for them to pull out over 300 million gallons of water, and the community's going, hey, we have very low water pressure suddenly. Suddenly, my water bill is going up. Suddenly. And they had to track down the fact that this company had two separate water lines. It had the official water line, and then it had a backup water line. So they're pulling double the amount of water. They're doing all the negotiations. Here's the blueprint for our AI center. Double the amount of water that they said they were going to be using.
Well, and I don't know if I sent it to you, but or maybe you sent it to me about something about how they were going to try to reuse the spent water, but realizing they really can't.
Yeah.
Where are they going to dump that off at?
Again, I'm going back to my question. Did their scientists not fucking know they couldn't reuse the water before they built the plant?
Well, I'm sure the scientists who randomly have been vanishing may have. I don't think they have any for the center itself.
But they have to. The people who designed this fucking place have to have engineers and scientists. So did they know, but they didn't bother telling anybody?
Lego towns on video games. They've been using a lot of gamers for a lot of things. So honestly, unless they're loyalists, I just don't see how anybody who has two brain cells to really rub together and going, yeah, that's a good idea. And we should be able to sell it to the public. No problem. We just won't tell them how toxic, how detrimental, how horrible. Hi, Z.
Hey, honey. That's the thing. I'm going, wait a minute now. Hold on. Let me pull it. Let me see if I can pull it up over here on the other page. Let me see. Crap. You mean to tell me I didn't download it over here? Okay, I must have downloaded it on this page. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much.
While she's digging around looking for photos, there's only you and me, Z. But if you could tap the screen vigorously, that would be really awesome. Share it around to a couple of friends and enemies and friends so we can get this out to the FYP. I would truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, whoever is in the city council, city hall, city planning needs to lose their fucking job. Because this is also one that they said they can't reuse the water. Was that not a question asked before you agreed and signed a contract?
Yeah, most likely their microphone was shut off. You know, they've been doing a lot of that lately.
This was last summer. They've
been doing it for a while. Like, you got to think about it. This has been going on where they've been shutting off microphones or running out of the building or telling people to shut up or not showing up at all. Like, nobody's doing their town hall. That's why they was running, because they didn't want to answer these questions.
But girl, hey.
People like you and me, we would have been like, okay, so first of all, what is the need for it?
Mm-hmm.
B, why does it have to be so large?
Yes.
C, how is it going to affect the environment? D, how is it going to affect the humans that live in the community? How will it affect our water? How will it affect the weather? How will it affect the soil? How will it affect the groundwater? Will it cause earthquakes? Will it, I have a list of questions, and you better be ready to answer them.
Hey over on YouTube. You. Hi, Abby. Hi, Jacko. Hi, Aaron. The topic of conversations is AI facilities. Is anyone overseeing them? Is anyone paying attention to the water being contaminated and the excessive use of it? The possibility of the change in the environment due to the heat that they will be generating? Because apparently here in America, they don't give a crap about that.
Thank you, G-Man.
Thank you. Because let's be clear. Where's the research on the cause and effect of the areas where these centers are being built? We haven't heard a damn thing about that. Italy's not letting them be built everywhere, any empty corner. Germany's not letting them be built in any empty corner. But we, greed, capitalism, we'll wait till the shit hits the fan.
Don't we generally have a sit down and have a moment to write in our concerns and questions and sit down with people like, what happened to that whole stuff? Oh, that's right. They kept walking out of the rooms. Got it. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you're in Georgia, G-Man, where this happened. Who's going to pay for this? That company, when they signed the contract, they ran one water line to supply this facility. Apparently, in the dead of night, they built a second water line, which caused the local area water pressure to drop. And for weeks, they were telling them, hey, my water pressure is really high and my usage seems to have gone up somehow. Okay, now you found that they broke the law, they broke the rules, they broke the contract. When are you going to shut them down? I don't care who funded this shit. When are you going to shut them down? I'm waiting on that.
Here's a nice rabbit hole if anybody really wants to go digging. Was there any recent fracking or anything that they were like using for, a hideaway to get to that secondary line? And yesterday, we were driving home and we took a dirt road, not dirt road, but one of them side country roads, and one we don't generally take.
Mm-hmm.
And there was random piles of dirt spaced out like they were like going to be burial grounds. And I was like, what is going on over here? It's all cleared out. There's no trees. Like it's been all cleared, but there's just piles very strategically spaced out.
So in other words, a possible new area to be a dump for contaminated soil.
That, or to make people disappeared, or to put up another center.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the thing. Number one, we as Americans are lazy. We don't ask enough questions. Number two, somebody runs out and says, I got a job for you. You don't ask what kind of job. You don't ask who, what, where, when, why. There is a comedian who gets a voicemail from a job he just got hired on at a grocery store. And they're saying, congratulations, we've hired you to work at Frederick's grocery store. Anytime after 10 a.m., if you think you see something, you didn't. If you hear a knocking, don't go check on it. If someone calls your name, ignore it. And the guy starts out so happy, yeah, I got a job. Well, and as he's listening to all these don'ts and don't pay attention and don't go into this area, he eventually goes, fuck it. No, I ain't taking the job. I just got hired, but I quit.
I seen that video, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. If things start falling off his shelves, I'm not supposed to go find out why? Somebody calling my name and I'm the only one there and I'm not supposed to ask questions? No, bruh.
But you didn't tell me all this bullshit before during the interview. You told me once, you said, congratulations, you have the job. I'm looking at these people, these states, these cities that are okaying these AI centers. Are they not telling you the backstory, the back end? It's great for you, but this is going to happen. The hell?
And who says that? Is that Z? How they were planning to put it in one place. The reason they never get put in that place is because the wind gets put out there and people jump up and down and go, not in my backyard, you don't. So that's why they get real quiet and they start bringing in equipment, and people just assume, it's like, oh, they're building another Walmart or putting up some more electrical. Nobody questions when they see equipment.
And more importantly, Sunshine, they're not saying, hey, I wonder if the people I elected into office crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, checked for any poisonings or anything that might be detrimental to our community. We're not following through on that. We're trusting them. And we shouldn't, based upon what just went on in Tennessee and in Georgia. You can't trust them.
Well, and the ones that do ask questions aren't going to get the actual answers. They're going to get smoke blown up their butt, or the I'll get back to you. Don't worry, I'll get back to you.
See that right there? What was it? Was it Tennessee?
I think people forgot what it was like when the natives started taking tubes and chains and locking themselves to equipment. The reasoning behind it.
Yeah. And here's
there was a lot of damage done to people and property, and it went sideways. And I'm still really angry with Obama for kicking that can. But at least they put forth the effort. I'm not seeing that effort anymore. Why? Because everybody done got quiet. Everybody's got quiet, even in Minnesota. And it's like, you do realize The cubes are still there. They're still
It's,
doing the thing.
it's still going
There just
on.
ain't nobody on the ground with a camera facing them.
We still have concentration camps being built, being used.
Florida's still up and running.
Here's the danger. The world is watching us. There was just someone in here from Italy. The world is watching us and they're wondering, why the fuck is our Americans not doing anything? They're not saying anything. What happened in Tennessee to Parsons, that young man, being escorted out of the state house because they're redistricting. It isn't locked down yet, but they still had state police walk him out. Excuse me?
For the person who was saying that they're using satellites for the power, that's great, cool beans. But they have to have the water to cool, which is what the problem is they're stealing the people's water. People are complaining that they don't have water pressure, or they've got lines that have got gross things coming out of their water. That's the problem, is we need water.
And once you contaminate all the water, then what do? Oh, rich people will have machines that can create water. But those of us who are not well-to-do, nothing but me generation. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean, Dwight.
No, they're real. Sorry.
Yeah, they're real. Real enough that it sucked 29 million gallons of water over 15 months away from people. Poor people. These are poor people, Bison. 29 million gallons of water sold from every day a suburb. So everyday people. Okay? Don't know whether they're Democrats or Republicans living in this community, but water was stolen from them. So long as they can keep you pointing Democrat, so long as they can keep a Democrat pointing Republican, they can screw you over. And you're too busy looking the other way. Pay attention to this. You can look it up, Doug.
Yeah, let the troll be troll.
Yeah, it's a shame that we have such people that instead of going, hey, I'm going to go look that up, they go, proof? Spoon feed me, please. It's sad. And the scary thing about these AI data centers, you can go over onto Indeed or Monster and look for jobs. They want AI trainers. They're hiring people for $14 to $15 an hour to train AI systems. So when you get done training the AI systems, who's going to have the job? So
yeah, because that $14 an hour in this economy right now, because I told you yesterday our gas station was out of gas. And out of many of the food products, and they were completely out of tobacco products. That has never happened here, ever.
Wow.
The gas between here and my daughter's was, the lowest was $4.39 and the highest was $4.89. And we're looking at beef prices, pork prices, fish prices, grains. A lot of shelves are empty. Yeah, $14 an hour really isn't diddle squat. And if you're only going to be there for 6 months, maybe a year if you're lucky, then what?
Exactly. Yeah, what exactly is going to be... It makes no sense. And again, I keep saying this. I keep saying this over and over again. Hey, my fellow Americans, y'all really not getting the fact AI takes your job. What are your kids going to do? What do your kids do? You can't tell them go get a technical job because guess what? They're getting rid of them. So what are your kids going to do? Where do you see your kids in 5, 10 years? And today is it 11th or 12th? 10th? 11th. Nope, 10th. Sorry, I had to go back and add a little something because I also want to talk about how many people are getting money from AIPAC. AIPAC. Democrat and Republicans. Let's be clear. They busy getting all this money. Y'all need to go look up track AIPAC and look up the Democrats and Republicans getting money. The largest chain, Herb is the largest chain, is also tightening their belts. I believe it. I believe it. We really have to understand there are going to be people who don't have jobs. And what are they supposed to do? They're getting rid of Social Security. They're getting rid of Medicaid. They're getting rid of Medicare. Texas, consumption to rise 25 billion gallons, over 400 billion to over 399 billion of gallons of water. Does Texas have that much water? Does Texas have that kind of water for machines to suck up and for it not to be able to be used again? I mean, not to mention the power. Texas, who has to cut back on power in August and July, otherwise they have rolling blackouts. Texas, who when it gets cold in the winter, loses power. So they can afford these type of centers. I'm just asking. Yeah, bad power grid. Here's the thing. If you're going to have companies build these AI centers, why are you not saying, listen, y'all got to build us a separate power grid? Lay new lines, everything. And then y'all can have the land to set up AI centers. And matter of fact, y'all can build your own little power plant. How about that? But let's be clear. Hot Wheels got his money. He don't give a crap about the people of Texas. That's where we are right now. It is scary. It is so darn scary. We have this young man right here, duly elected by the people, told that he cannot go into a vote to redistrict.
The amount of disrespect I saw in the last 4 videos of committees, I don't know how anybody maintain. I'm sorry, I'd be whooping my earrings out at that point. Nope.
But here's the thing. They've worked with these people for years. For years.
Yeah.
In other words, you grinned in
their chess game is longer than ours. I've been saying that for a while.
You grinned in their face. You grinned in their face. We went into the lunchroom where everybody goes. All the elected officials walk by. How you doing? While in the back of my mind going, I'm gonna find a way to get your ass the fuck out of here. I'm gonna strip you of your position. Yeah, hi. Hi. How you doing? Oh, how the family? Yeah. I'm gonna see to it you lose your seat.
Some phony motherfuckers in this world. You know that, T. You and I have been around the block a time or two, and we done seen that shit personally. So I don't know why anybody would even be surprised that that shit goes on in anybody's Congress, anybody's courthouse, anybody's anything. Like corporates, they do it all the time. They just, hey, how you doing?
I got you.
Like
I'm with you.
Sometimes when you go to the potluck, you don't touch certain foods. There's a reason why.
Okay? Because you know damn well you can't trust them. Take a piss in the potato salad. This is the scary part. But what is their end game? What do they think they're going to get out of this? Because they're already whispering about how they'd like to repeal the 14th Amendment. Anybody who has ever had to go to court, be they with an R or a D behind their name, and your attorney has said what they did violated their civil rights, the Civil Rights Act helped you. It helped you. Black, white, blue, whatever. If you have ever had to have someone represent you, and they said what they did violated her civil rights, his civil rights, and they ain't a person of color, what the Supreme Court did will undermine you. And y'all not getting it. If your son or daughter ever had to fight, go ahead.
The thing is it's mostly women who have no idea what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you know I'm not saying us.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't realize that a lot of these laws that helped us helped them.
Yep.
And they don't see it coming. They right now, and then what they'll do, and this is what's going to happen, they're going to do the same thing they've been doing. We're going to be the boogeyman yet again. Oh, see, because of them, this is why you're being hurt. Because of those people, the core, that's why you're having problems. But don't worry, we're going to fix it. Knowing damn well that when it comes to women, they have no intentions of fixing it. That man from the time we started this live, still hasn't wished any mother a happy Mother's Day, including his own. That tell you, I told you yesterday, he ain't never ever talked nice about his mama.
Nope.
About his daddy, but not his mama. He has
exactly.
a deep-seated hatred for women, and so do all the people that work under him.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. So, what was it? JC said an all-white country. Here's the problem. When it was an all-white country, they got you kicked out of jobs. There were no civil rights. You got hurt, your ass was just unemployed. When white people got injured on the job, John Ford of the Ford car country would hand you 50 cents and say, best of luck to you. So you weren't in a really good spot. If you got sick, if you got injured, if your wife died, they didn't give a flying fig. Oh, you're one of the little peons, happen to be envelopian, but we don't care. So that golden age that they like to try to talk about, it only existed for rich people. You see what I'm saying? It only existed for the rich. And all of you lower level envelopians who keep thinking you're winning something, you're not winning anything.
people don't remember their history, and there's a reason for that because a lot of it's been erased. But you got to remember that during the recession and the economy tanked and the Dust Bowl and the potato famine and all that stuff, where people would stand in line in a lot with their half a sandwich and maybe an apple,
Mm-hmm.
begging for a job, and somebody would pull up a pickup truck and they'd pick up a handful of them and work them like a beast and then let them go. But then they started picking up the non-melanated, I mean the melanated ones, because they were willing to do it even cheaper and work harder.
Yep. Yep. For a longer amount of time. And as of today, how many envelopians do you see standing outside a store looking to work?
I don't never see them in the fields picking up the rocks before the plows come through.
Never. Ever, ever, ever.
Don't see them digging out no potatoes. I don't never see them picking strawberries,
They
sitting out in
could.
that hot ass sun.
They could. Hey, honey. Hey,
Thank you,
Rick.
Rick.
They could,
Thank you, sweetheart.
but they choose not to. And somehow it's not dinging in their head. They have this idea, well, all the brown people are taking all the jobs. You can't take something away from somebody when they ain't out there trying to get it in the first place.
I'm sure hotels are still begging for somebody to just change the sheets and scrub the toilet.
Yep. So it's not that somebody's taking away anything. It's that some people think, hey, I'm entitled to have a much better position job. I'm entitled to have a white collar job. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Rick, thank you.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
Rick, thank you.
Oh,
W's for Rick in the chat, y'all.
yes,
W's for Rick.
Rick.
Rick has always been a super duper patron of many people, and he supports live creators that are doing something. And I appreciate that, Rick. I really do.
Thank you so much, Rick. I greatly appreciate that. Hey,
So we get
Cornbread.
dug out today.
Yes.
My
Wow.
whole family. It took one of them like 6 hours to even say Happy Mother's Day. I was like, dang, my own children.
Thank you
I'm
so
not
much.
loved.
Oh, it's scary because they have somehow taught, some people have taught their kids that they are entitled, that someone took something away from them when they haven't even tried to get it. It blows my mind.
You know what? Yesterday I had my mind blown. I hear somebody knock at the door at my daughter's house, and it sounded like the popo when
Mm-hmm.
it was banging on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no doorbell, so I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I go down, and there's these two lovely little children under the age of 13.
Mm-hmm.
And Snow White as can be.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, is there anything around the yard that we can do to earn some money because we're trying to buy electric bikes?
Ooh.
And I was like, I ain't talking to you. Shut up. The Alexa decided to start talking. And I was floored by that, for one, because you don't see that much anymore of kids going door to door like, hey, I'm trying to make a few bucks.
Mm-hmm.
The part that made me sad is that my grandson, who has some issues, but he's never not once thought, maybe I should go rake a lawn or mow some grass or pick up some dog shit to make some money. He feels like he's entitled. And we didn't raise him that way. That's why I'm like, wow. He thinks that, like all the stuff that I do around the house just magically does itself.
No. No. Wow. Uh I don't know what he's talking about showing static. Someone decided their ass was hurt, so they were going to try to report static images. They're fucking photos. The hell?
Yeah, well, trolls got a troll, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's the low IQ for me.
And it's like you coming at the man's fro. It's called natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
Got no chemicals, no relaxers, no jerry curls.
Yeah.
Just hair.
Just hair.
And you got a problem with that. But y'all go out there, especially if the females. I remember when they Sears and J.C. Penney's would stay full.
Mm-hmm.
They had the salons in there.
Yep, exactly.
And the whole store would smell like perms, and it was hot from the dryers.
See this right here. I'm gonna jump back over to track APAC. Gentleman Crockett accepted no money from APAC. It's not hard to find. Isn't hard to look up what person accepted money and how much. Both with the R behind their name as well as the D behind it. It's not that freaking hard. And you can even find the Democrats. Ro Khanna accepted what was $161,000. Adam Schiff, $5 million.
Jeez.
A year. Holstead, the Democrat from Ohio, $131,000.
And this is on top of their pay for their job.
Yeah, but they're still talking about, we need a pay raise. No, you don't. You don't need a damn pay raise. You need a pay cut.
Thank you, Kitty. And
I
agree with you. Justin's a good-looking man to begin with, and he's a great orator.
Oh, yeah.
I love listening to him speak.
Oh, yeah. Jeffries. Hold on. Someone said, what did Jeffries accept?
Quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. 1 million. 1 million. He accepted $1 million. I could not find Booker because I was throwing this together. But I'm sure he accepted
Booker's
as well.
on there.
Oh, yeah. Booker's on there.
Yeah, he's on there.
Absolutely. See, I'm cutting no slack for these filchers. You don't need a pension when you leave. You've made enough money.
See, I hope he's better than Obama, because like I said, Obama did some major faux pas at the end.
Yep.
Because that pipeline issue should not have been kicked down the road several times.
Right.
And at that point, I felt like he was getting paid, and it really hurt me because he could have done something. He could have stopped that.
Yep.
And he didn't.
And see, the thing was, he that professor who was arrested, and he held a little beer drinking rally, and they went after him. Democrats and Republicans went after him about that, and I think he was trying kind of like, wait, what did I do? I just said that we could have a meeting together to calm things between the police and the professor, and they went just same thing with the tan fucking suit. Okay, when the pipeline came around, I think he was scared. I think he was skittish. He was in survival mode. That's it. That's what he was in, survival mode.
I apologize. I didn't mean to sound like I was attacking
No.
you.
I'm just throwing that other part of that in because the Democrats started nitpicking like damn vultures, trying to kiss ass and do kumbaya with the Democrats.
No, I was talking about because I had said something about because he said that he thought that Peterson would become like the next Obama, but he was referring to just his a great orator.
Oh yeah.
Not being in
Oh,
the
yeah.
same shoes as.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I understand that message received. Got
Oh,
it.
and by the way, I gotta ask y'all, can he still run for the House since they've decided to get rid of his district?
That's a good question.
They may be hamstringing him right there off the rip.
Kind of like what they were trying to do to Jasmine.
What they did to her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just get rid of her district. That's what I really, if anybody knows, please let me know. Because I started saying, wait a minute, if y'all get rid of his district and y'all water it down enough, and then you throw somebody else in there to run, yeah, you could upset the apple cart.
I don't think they realize though that, I mean, outside of, because they haven't got this far yet, and I'm saying yet with quotation marks and lots of caveats, but they haven't. They can get rid of the district. They can push the voting polls billions of miles away. They can do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But until they literally stop you from voting, then I mean by doing the poll tax, IDs, all the crazy shit that they're trying to do, and some places have kind of already passed some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand the resolve of people of color who would be willing to fork up 50 cents, a dollar, $5 to get a bus, a train, pay somebody to haul them, even if they have to hide under the floorboards to get the ass there. And they would be there at the ass crack of dawn, so they're not at the back of the line.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're going to see the water hoses and the dogs again. That's what I'm fearing.
Oh, yeah.
What's coming.
Oh, yeah. We will. We will. If they're bold enough to do this shit, they will do that. Because that's the thing. The majority of these people, and they know what they're doing. The majority of these people, they were alive before the Civil Rights Act. So they know exactly what the fuck it was like before. So they're not surprised. You see all these gray heads? They were around.
A lot of them were kids when it happened, and they watched their parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles do all the shit. And, they were raised in that mentality
Mm-hmm.
that wiggers are going to be wiggers, and I'm being very close to too close.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We point it out all the time. Children don't come out of the womb with hate.
They learn it.
They are taught.
They are taught it. Look right now. We have people sitting in office who we don't want them darn black darkies at our high school. Same people are now sitting in office. Their parents told them what to go and say. As you said, they watch their parents. No, say no to segregation. Say no to those communists. It's amazing.
Ben Dog, hold on. Let me please Ben Dog. Just because Democrats voted for Jim Crow is no different than saying that the Jewish people also voted for the gas chambers, because it happened.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know better.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's your flex, try again and try harder, because that one didn't fly very hard. Okay?
Yeah. Because right now, let's be clear. You can't keep saying, get off the plantation. Y'all need to leave the plantation. When your group is actually flying the flag of the people that used to own the plantations.
That part.
Y'all miss that. That's
Some
it.
of us are old enough to remember and did our studies in school and out of school, because we had to study at home too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. This is the thing that people are missing. I don't want to hear a single soul come onto any live talking about, Democrats created the triple K. Yeah. When was that? When now what's happening in 2025?
Wait,
You
was it Democrats or Dixiecrats? Like,
uh,
there is a difference.
oh yeah, but they don't see that difference. But I always bring it back to 2025. Who is partnering with them now? Who is doing all of this now? Stop going to the past. Stop referring back there. What's going on right now? You can't deny that. See that shit right there. But here we go.
One thing that scares them is a highly educated, strong, full back, 10 toes down black man
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
black woman.
Oh yeah.
That scares the ever loving piss out of them.
They lose their
Because
damn
a
mind.
lot of them may have not like went to law school enough to go to become judges or anything, but they got their law degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They know,
Yep.
and they know how to use it.
Yeah. Now we have a few wet behind the ears young males of color who are buying the bull crap. What they don't get is when they get done with you, they will throw you to the side. There's a reason those 4 black men who were serving in the House have all said, no, no, we're not running again. We're not running again. They're all Republican.
Yo, look what they did to Mushmouth. They ran him like a wet. They rode him hard and put him away wet, and then literally just said, Bermuda, okay, have a good time, bye."
Okay? That's it. Never hear about them again. Never hear about him again. The reason, and I don't know why, well, we ain't got no media right now who should be following them around going, so why aren't you running again as a Democrat? I mean, as a Republican. Why are you not running again? What happened? What's this break between the Republican Party and you? Because you have been kissing ass and carrying water for years. What's made you stop?
He was showing his teeth like a horse neighing.
Teethus and gums. That was gum city.
He doing all the tap dancing. I got your water, sir. I got your water. I got your water, sir. Can I get a chair at the table, sir? Can I get a chair at the table? Oh, I need to go get me a gal. Let me go get a snow bunny. I'll be right back, sir. Anything you want, sir. Let me tap dance a little bit more for you, nigga. Where you at now?
Absolutely. Yep. Mm-hmm. Brian Donald is not going to be the governor of Florida. That hard right state is, matter of fact, Ohio. I'll put money on it. Ramaswamy is not going to be the governor of Ohio.
They don't want no brown skin running shit unless they can literally use them for their money or their power and position.
Yep.
Neither one of them have enough.
Right.
Because Ramaswamy, the only money he got through his mammy, and that business bellied up because they got caught in their bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because let's be crystal clear. This is the state that a bunch of people went to one of his rallies. And the young man got up, took the microphone, and with his cold chest said, you need to take your brown self back to India. Like, I was born here. You should take your brown self back to India.
Kind of like they do to Hispanics.
Yep. Pulled no punches. And Ramaswamy was blinking. Baby, no, they don't want you. I don't know what happened to the other 4 Republican candidates. Then they've all bailed, but now supposedly the Republican Party is supporting No, they putting on a sideshow. They know your ass ain't gonna win, and something was hinky with those other 4 Caucasian Republicans. That's it. Here we go. Hold on.
Another report?
Yep. Yep. So, and here's the thing. What is your problem with facts and the truth? You can literally go look up the fucking video. However, my fellow Americans, unfortunately, are allergic to facts and truth.
That's a fact.
If it hadn't happened, I wouldn't bring it up. If it hurts your feelings, you should be pissed off that there are Americans who would stand up and say that to a candidate. You should be pissed off at them, not at the facts that I bring to the table. Okay? They're not only willfully blind, they are willfully ignorant. And their children are taught the exact same thing. That's why things like this will never end. That's why racism never ends. That's why prejudice never ends.
You know what made me giggle a little bit today? It was one of the videos you sent me. Brother man said he slapped his $75 down without blinking. How everybody else was coming in trying to whisper like, put $10 on pump 3.
Yep. Yep.
He's like, oh, it's hurting y'all now, isn't it?
Hey, I saw what was coming. I knew gas was going to be just going to be hurting our heart.
Oh, we haven't even started yet. We have yet to get going.
Nope. We have not started, not yet. However, I believe they said the last shipment of oil came in last Thursday or Friday. We still got oil. We're going to have oil probably.
Whose oil was it? Because it wasn't for us. And it ain't helping us.
I don't know who it was
Even
for.
if they got 100 ships right now of oil coming over here in this direction, where is it going? Because it ain't for us. We are the net exporter.
Yep.
Where is that going? And it ain't oil that we need to be concerned with. We need to be worried about gas. We need to be worried about diesel. We need to be worried about fertilizer. And again, let's not forget H2O.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. As far as fertilizer is concerned, I don't care whether you have an R or a D behind the name. I want you to understand the clock is ticking. There's a certain time in which you plant your plants, you grow your vegetables and your fruits, and you harvest them. You got a certain window. The window is going to be closing.
Closing here. Our farmers are already out, and I've seen them actually gathering in the field. That's the first time I've ever seen a bunch of farmers literally having a meeting in the middle of the field. Girl.
Corn.
We're at the point, if they don't have their corn in by now, there won't be no knee-high by the 4th of July.
Nope. Definitely will not. Won't be ready to be harvested come mid to late August. Your cabbages, your tomatoes, all of that. Wait a minute, and hold up. Did you hear about Del Monte?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
They're going to destroy, what was it, 90,000 peach trees?
No, 420,000.
420,000 peach trees. They could not reach out and say, listen, we got peaches on these trees. We're going out of business. We're not going to be canning them no more. How about y'all come and get them? How about y'all come harvest?
They out to any other company. Del Monte's not the only one that does canning. That's what I don't understand. Why didn't any other company go, look, we probably can't pay you what you was getting from Del Monte. We can't do the things that Del Monte was doing. But we can at least keep you a little bit of afloat, and then you could donate some to, I don't know, pantries or to farmers who have wives that do canning.
Mm-hmm. Canning, pickling,
stuff all the time.
Yes. Well, goddamn, you can still do a tax write-off. You could still help people.
When you donate it, you can still do a tax write-off.
I'm like, so just
No,
damn
they
the
won't.
people.
I don't think, I don't think the government's coming this time. I really don't.
Yeah, because we just pretty much shit. Farmers ain't farmers.
They fucked over
Y'all.
the soybeans. They fucked over the soybean farmers. Why would they go for the peach farmers? Like, nope.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Hey, matter of fact, where's the people who's supposed to be working in the fields to plant and harvest? Oh yeah, that's right. They're in the concentration camps, or they just said fuck it and left.
And around here, ain't nobody driving. Now, I'm telling you, I've never seen opening season of fishing and nobody out. No boats. The boat yard is still full. People ain't going to get their boats out the yard.
Who gonna put
Banks are
gas in it?
empty.
Who gonna put gas in it? Who got gas to put in a boat to go fishing? No.
You can afford the worm to put on the hook at this point.
Okay. Okay.
But get on them roads with them ice cream buckets after a rainy day.
Okay. But I'm like, we the world is looking at us and the world is going, what on earth is wrong with y'all? You have all this farmland.
Matrix.
You have
Matrix
all this
is right on that statement.
You have all this farmland. And your people are going to be going hungry. By the time we get around
to... They don't care about hunger. They care about data centers and concentration camps. They don't care about food. They'll grow your food in a lab. Period.
Oh, please, no. No artificial food. No artificial meat. I mean, goddamn. We are in such a precarious area. And the problem is we have an entire generation that has pretty much been brainwashed. Marxism, communism, socialism, all bad. Fuck it, we could starve, but let's focus on hitting that. While rich people are eating half a steak and throwing the rest to their dog. While rich people
they
are
can afford the
flying.
steak. Have you looked at the prices of it?
Girl. Wait. There is a Harris Teeter down here. When I go in on Thursday, I'm usually supposed to be there by 8. The store opens at 7 a.m. 7:20, they start marking down the meat in the coolers. You know how cold, how bad I am? When the guy comes out with the markdown gun, he knows me by name now. Hey T. I was running a little bit late. Yeah, because you by 7:10, he's already out there. 7:20, I'm standing there while he got the gun. I'm like, so what you marking down? Oh, is that a beef roast? How much is it going down? Oh, okay. I got a list here I got to go by. Okay, don't worry. I'll go walk around, come right back. And sure enough, I'm walking behind him going, they took $10 off that. Oh, no, they only took 75 cents off that. No. Some Thursdays, I can grab a pack of beef. Some Thursdays, I can't. But you better believe.
If people are smart, they'll grab the roast because they can cut that up and turn that into multiple meals, including dehydration. So there's a lot of things you're better off buying a roast.
If it's low enough.
I didn't see who it was. Somebody said they have dumpster diving. They have our dumpsters so locked up, and they will give you a hell of a ticket, arrest your ass if they ever catch you dumpster diving out here.
Okay.
They messed that up. There is no more dumpster diving.
Shit. And then there's always that rack over there with the day-old bread or day-old pastries or the fruit or vegetables that they've got over there. Shit. Hell yeah, I'm looking for the cheap shit. Is the UPS doing a food drive? We do have a box in the hall. But then again, we've also opened up a food pantry in my apartment. Well, from the grocery stores, we'll get a bag of potatoes and split them up, or sweet potatoes, and they're in boxes, on a little shelf. Go get what you want. Bags of beans, bags of rice. Last week, I looked out and someone had brought bags. Looked like it may have been a half, not even a half a pound, multiple bags of mushrooms. That I had potato and mushroom soup.
That soup still, that soup, girl, that soup was calling my name. But
Shit.
you know, we had one of our elders here in town built a, unfortunately, too small of a little thing, but it is not too many people know that it's there. But those who do, they use it. But every time, because you know, you go to the pantry, they always hand you 2,000 cans of peas or something. I always take, because I don't need any more canned goods. It's like the last thing I need. So I take all the canned goods unless it's fruit, salmon, tuna. Those I
Mm-hmm.
keep. But the rest of them, I just take them down there and I fill it up. I've taken toilet paper down there. I've taken toothpaste down there. I've taken different juices, ramen noodles, diapers,
Mm-hmm.
maxi pads. Like, because you get random shit in your box every once in a while. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need that. So I just take it down there. It's always empty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty shocked of how fast it gets emptied out.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait a minute. And you and I spoke about getting gas by the last two digits of your driver's license, of your license plate.
Hmm.
They just instituted that in Italy, Germany, and where's the other country? Forget what the other country is, but Italy and Germany. India, last two of your drive license plate. You go on a
So
certain
you're going
day.
back to what we went through
They're doing it, but we ain't fucking doing it over here.
yet. I think we will. I think by August at the latest, I think we're going to see that here.
We really got it. We should be doing it now. They're not waiting till the last minute. They are planning ahead, telling their people if you can work from home, work from home. If you
Well, the
can't,
reason we're going to wait till the last minute is because he keeps saying, he just said it the other day, and it even made Global just kind of like double take, like, wait, what? Talking about, we have reached the lowest gas price in years as it went up 70 cents. Wait, what?
wait.
So as long as he's running around saying everything's fine, even though the house is on fire, they're not going to do it.
Wait a minute. I went to get gas today. And why were they laughing and joking? People in other cars were shouting back and forth. Hey, it's under $4. It's $3.91. And they were like, yeah, it's $3.17 in my area, $3.29 in my area. I'm just pumping my gas going, okay. I ain't alone. They see it. They see it's closing in on 5. But this right here at Costco was $3.91 a gallon.
Whew, I would almost unalive for 391 because, like I said, we are over the $4 and we're headed towards the 5. Like I said, the highest I saw was 489 on my way home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we, the American people, are too damn quiet and too lazy that we're not raising hell about it. But let's be clear. For the last year, this towhead sitting in Pennsylvania Avenue has been trying to get black people to riot, to protest, to get out in the streets. Up to and including, I firmly believe, the Supreme Court going, oh, well, we're just going to, say the Civil Rights Act is too much. And then we'll see what they're going to do. What they going to do. Are they going to riot out there? No, we're not going to riot. We're not going to riot. We're going to do what we've always done. Survive.
That's the thing I think is really funny because they really have been working hard, diligently, trying to do anything to get us to uprise.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been saying all along, first of all, we've been here before.
Yep.
We know how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And we eventually will start getting along with certain people enough.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got to be kissing cousins with again, but none of that. But it's like, look, I planted blah, blah, blah in my garden. You planted blah, blah, blah in your garden. We can do some swappage. Maybe we even do a, community barbecue or something, and everybody cooks something of what they got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We will survive. We will get by. It will be businesses who start laying people off. It will be businesses that start closing. That will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. The Democratic Party, y'all just a bunch of stupid dumb fuckers. Okay? It's time for more than half of y'all to go. If we do not get them out in 10 years, the Democratic Party is going to be in the same space that the GOP is in right now. A branch, you can call it the MAGA left if you want. They are going to seep in because they are failing to take the lead. They are failing to control. So, right now.
Some of them are already there.
Oh, yeah. They kiss too much ass. Well, we all just want to get along, and, well, if we compromise, fuck compromise. No.
Lucy and Charlie Brown had many years of trying to do that kumbaya shit. Charlie Brown still laying on his black back every damn time. You ain't learning no damn lesson. Shame on you.
That's your fault. That's your goddamn fault. And credit. Where my conservatives at? How is my so-called Christians do not remember the golden idol? The idol of the false prophet. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about this stupid bullshit. Not a word.
They say it during the rallies when they was dragging that goddamn gold statue around. Why would they say it about this?
Okay. This is that the red, white, and blue draped around him? I'm just asking for a friend.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's the red, white, and blue. Don't look like the red, white, and blue to me. Yeah. Who's he the president of? Where is he the president of again?
Well, apparently not Puerto Rico.
I see blue. I see white. That's not our flag. Just saying. Think about it. Maybe BB sent it to him specially. Oh, by the way, apparently it is possible that Iran can cut the underwater cables that run off the coast of Iran.
Did you also see that BB apparently threw wigs under the bus last night?
Yeah. Well, then again, you got Pootie Poo dragging him for days. You got Pootie Poo has a nuclear submarine sitting off the coast of Cuba. Remember the Cuba Missile Crisis? How Kennedy handled it? How Kennedy checkmated? How Kennedy showed backbone? And we ain't heard a goddamn thing out of either Pootie Poo, Trump, or Hegseth. Whiskey Pete ain't said a damn thing. Except we're gonna boom a couple more civilian fishermen.
I feel like every time they don't get their way with Rand, they always go after another fisher boat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A Martin. Martin is the worst damn leader of the Democratic Party. You got to remember, this is the guy who drove David Hogg out because David Hogg had the audacity to say, we have too many silver heads in the White House, I'm sorry, in the House and in the Senate. We need to work on recruiting more younger people to both the House and the Senate. And they turned around and they voted his ass out. Here's Ken Martin. He's being described as whiny and weak. I kind of think that was a given when he got butthurt. When someone younger than him said, we need to focus on finding young, strong candidates.
Honestly, there was somebody that made a comment in Noisy's live last night, and I might have it wrong, but something about getting tired of voting for pale, frail male.
Throw a dart in the House or the Senate, and you would hit that shit. Starting with Schumer.
Wait, no, you gotta get the other dude first.
Who?
What is he, 92?
Oh, Grassley?
Yeah. Easy target.
Probably a very easy goddamn target. But this guy, he was wrong. He should not have been the head. He's too conservative leaning. You hardly hear anything about anybody that he's recruiting. Seriously. And yeah, he's a strong AIPAC supporter. So yeah, Mr. Ken Martin needs to fuck all the way off. I'm over on the other page, but what I keep doing is changing those people who are accepting AIPAC money and those that are not. Nancy, thank God you're gone. Hold on, over here. So again, now I've got a restriction over here. My live does not contain that information unless you're a whiny little child that is incapable of facts. That's the reason TikTok's dying, because they allow whiny little people to complain. Yeah, but don't worry. You can find me over on the Stack and on the Tube and on Spoutable on multiple platforms, instead of over here where they have auctions every day to make money. Because when TikTok was sold, they only got the golden egg, not the goose, which is TikTok Shop. Yeah.
I actually watched one of those auctions the other night. Because, every once in a while you run across these people who are suddenly doing all these freshwater pearls.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally auctioned off 2. And it came out $171. I was like, well, y'all some desperate, thirsty people for freshwater pearls?
Mm-hmm.
Misshapen?
Yep. 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 Exactly. I'm watching, and they're auctioning off an Apple laptop, circa 2013, and someone bought it for like $700, and I'm going, you can get a used MacBook Apple laptop 2013 for $300 to $400 on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. You're paying too much for something that has no expandable memory to it anymore. The fuck? How dumb are y'all folks? Jeez. Updates aren't available for a 2013 Apple MacBook Air anymore. These are folks who got money, sunshine, that just don't know what to do with it. That's scary.
They can come over to my Etsy store.
There you go. You can give me some of that money.
Go to my GoFundMe, linked in my page. Go ahead. You want to do something useful in your life? Help somebody out.
Yeah.
Lord knows I could use it.
And if you're getting it for a kid, as I said, you could get it cheaper. They had a Apple tablet. What was it? 7 or 8 gen. They're up to the 10th or the 12th. And they were buying it for almost $600. I'm like, you can get a tablet at Walmart for cheaper than that for a kid.
Does it have like valuable components in it that like they're using it for rebuilds? Because I mean, I could see that.
But how could you use the old parts for a new model with an old model's parts?
It depends on what's in it. Like I said, there's certain components you can reuse in the stuff. Not so much like the motherboard or anything, but there might be something in there that might be usable. That's the only thing I personally wouldn't do it, but maybe there's a reason.
Yeah.
And we just don't know what that is.
Right, because it's not making any sense. Right down to the purses that they're selling. Yeah, they have purse lives. Yeah, electronic lives, purse lives. Go check this shit out. Go check it out and watch it for a few minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this shit is cheaper in other places. And they're buying stuff wholesale because some of it you can see in boxes behind them.
I don't know if you're a Medea fan like I am, but my favorite was like, no, baby, that's not a coach, that's a catch.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was always my favorite line.
Yes. I remember that one. I'm like, this is not making any sense. But anywho, just to swing back around to AI, to these AI centers that are poisoning water, poisoning air, that they are taking away jobs. Do you remember when they steel mills and different factories? You remember acid rain? Acid rain. We're coming back around to that. Okay? Because you're allowing corporations to do all this crap, to not have brakes on, to not have controls on. It's going to affect us, and it's going to take time for some of my fellow low IQ Americans to go, hey, wait a minute, my kid's having trouble breathing. My car paint is peeling off. My water is flammable.
And brown.
And they never told me this was going, because the people you elected into your city council never freaking asked. Oh, you smell acid in the rain, in the air right before the rain started. We've been down this road before. I don't know why my fellow Americans are not getting this. I don't know why fellow Americans aren't getting this. It's not new. There have always been corporations that have been detrimental to we the people. And we had to fight back. And we had to push back. The question is, how long you going to wait before you realize that? How long you going to wait before you realize those companies don't give a crap about you or your children's health or your health? I don't know why the heck I can't stay on the screen, but this is where we are right now. Ooh, Lord. Anywho, not a long live, but happy Mother's Day to everyone. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Y'all have a pleasant evening. Take care of each other. We will talk again tomorrow.
I won't be talking tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
I have to go have a tooth extraction. My nerve is exposed already. So eating right now is a challenge. So talking probably tomorrow won't be any more pleasant.
I got you, girl.
And I'll still join the live if I'm back.
Alrighty. But we'll do what we can. We'll chit chat about what we can. Y'all, please have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye. Remember, trust the tea, not the Kool-Aid. Y'all, please have a good evening. Be well, everybody. And to those of you who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. Be well. Bye-bye. Whoop. Night, peeps. And YouTube, y'all have a wonderful evening. Take care, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.